Welcome to Everbank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Motioning left is Thomas. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. That's caught. He found some space. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Etienne. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lawrence here running a sneak. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. From the shotgun, Lawrence got his man. Thomas has it. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. From the gun, Etienne gets it. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Stays in the pocket. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play fake. Darnold. Finds a man right side. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Darnold. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give up the gut to Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
He tries to sneak it, and he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. A escapes a defender. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. Second down coming up.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Lawrence now off the play action. He gets this one to Strange. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Lawrence working from the gun. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars hold a slim 2-point lead early. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Keep your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. His return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Rolling on first, here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Back now, pressure on its way. Horton down the field, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Handoff to Walker from the gun. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Darnold looking to throw. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 5. First down, Seattle.
Here's Walker running right. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll go play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back now for the second quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Walker on first down. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They motion the tight end over. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a second quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
14, Jaguars 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He sends this one to the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends of the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
The Seahawks take over first.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
They've got first down from the 31. Defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Slot man in motion left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Toss play, this is Walker. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
The difficult part is not tracking him out there. Almost every corner in the league's got the speed to do that. What separates him from others is the physical. Can he avoid getting tied up in a block? And then can he deliver that blow for a loss?
Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, Darnold. Looking for a target. He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now Darnold. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Complete to Brian Thomas Jr. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs too.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run, Etienne. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good work so far. He's got room. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Drive begins with a Walker run. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Eric Armstead there on the stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Running with Walker again. Down the sideline to the 45. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. On with a quick pass out line. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's 2nd and 7. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Walker now from the gun. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's running for it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Jaguars are going to call their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's now 4th down.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars headed out on offense late in this first half. And they'll have enough time to try to get into field goal range, just a shade over 40 seconds remaining in the half. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's good for a Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 47. Jump off caught by his back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout.
3rd down.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to the air, Lawrence. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing here just before halftime. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy midfield to start this drive. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Really 2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving, and then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Design bootleg here. Short pass brought in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
From the red zone now. Looking for somewhere to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on 1st down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards, and the defense just did.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Out wide here to come. He's inside the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's really good instinct by The eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. On the carry, it's Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take the lead right away in half number 2. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Brock, we all use literally far too often these days, and sometimes in the wrong context, but this guy has literally driven his team to a lead here. His second score puts him in front in this second half.
Yeah, and hopefully some of that determination, that want to, he showed on that run could seep over to his defenders who are right now buckling up with a newly acquired lead. That way the next time he takes the field, well, that lead will still be on the board.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Finds the in route complete. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch, so give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars bring it back to even. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Darnold. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10, Darnold. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Now motion him out of the backfield. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. They're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Jacksonville in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs. Quick throw, right
side, complete to start this drive. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. They give up the gut to Walker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They get 6 and a first down as well.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Now Darnold off the play action. A throw right side, finds Cup. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Charbonnet on the toss. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It's Walker on the option. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Darnold now to throw. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with first down. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Here's Darnold to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now an inside give to Walker. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock, so give him just 2 yards on that carry. He gets 2 there, and it sets up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Two yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Walker. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
How about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. Here's Etienne on 1st down. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Etienne again. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The tackle made by Julian Love. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now it's Lawrence. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks' 49-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And finally, they bring him down. He shook up a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's got Thomas on a slant. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They go right back to Etienne. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. No run, Etienne. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now trail by just a point in the fourth. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Second and 12 behind the sticks. Completed over the middle. And we will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Finds Cup once more. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield. Keep working as that shallow cross, those crossing routes, so devastating for zone coverage.
Walker on first down. Down the side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Back to Walker on first. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Staying with Walker. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal. Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Running left, here's Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a fourth quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Seattle.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Washington, the motion man here. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop. Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's second and 13. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He put everything he had into this one. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
13.
Now, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 23. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that means 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's back to throw. That one is caught. Horton has it. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Play fake, Darnold. Finds Cup again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
31.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And, Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Dump off caught by his back. Juke the defender. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Back to the air, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Escapes out to the left. And they're going to be set up, Brock, with first and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Complete to number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
To the ground with Walker. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
Second and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be second and 12. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And on 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Thomas Jr. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. One final shot here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense